We are on the verge of World Suicide Prevention Day. It is necessary for all members of society, regardless of their roles and positions, to have knowledge and rules regarding the phenomenon of suicide. They should be aware of the information available on the subject of suicide and possess at least some basic understanding in this area. We must pay attention to the fact that suicide is neither solely a social phenomenon nor purely a medical one. Rather, both social and medical aspects together contribute to the occurrence of suicide. As statistics confirm, most individuals who attempt suicide, and those we unfortunately lose to suicide, have a psychiatric disorder, with nearly 90% of them suffering from a mental illness, primarily depression. Major depressive disorder is the most common condition associated with suicidal thoughts and attempts. The importance of this topic is that individuals living alongside someone who talks about suicide or intends to attempt it, or may have attempted it before, need to know how to confront, interact, and communicate with that person at risk of suicide. When facing such an individual, it is essential and necessary to approach them with an empathetic perspective, distancing ourselves from a judgmental viewpoint. We should not convey the message that if you are thinking about suicide, you are a weak person. It is incorrect to say that if you have suicidal thoughts or intentions, it means you are not a good person or capable of handling your problems. These statements are not accurate, nor are they helpful when dealing with such individuals. Instead, we should adopt an empathetic and supportive approach. When we encounter these individuals, we should strive to understand their feelings and the problems they are facing. We should help alleviate the stressors they may be dealing with to the extent that we can, and also make an effort not to impose new stress on them. It is important to recognize that someone with suicidal thoughts, especially if they have previously attempted suicide, is in an emergency situation. It is a medical urgency. Just as we must address chest pain immediately by taking someone to a cardiac emergency, we must also provide urgent help to someone with such thoughts by taking them to a psychiatric emergency for necessary evaluations and immediate actions if required. This is a crucial point that everyone in the community should understand. We are responsible for our family members, friends, and anyone who passes by us on the street. Regarding all individuals in society, we have the responsibility to help ensure each other's mental health. Firstly, by not worsening each other's mental well-being, and secondly, by assisting in improving the mental health status of those around us. One of these aspects is to be aware of the possibility that individuals may find themselves in a state of self-harm or suicidal conditions. In such situations, we need to consider how to interact with them, how to communicate, and keep in mind the necessary immediate medical actions for them.